What's up, ladies and gents? So I'm a little behind, so I want to try to make this quick as I can. Maybe 2 weeks ago, I told you guys that I would do a performance review on Nike's newest training shoe. And like I told you earlier, it's a weird shoe, but what I did is for maybe the last 2 weeks on all my leg days, I've actually worked out in this shoe. And like I said, this is Nike's new hit training shoe called the Super Rep. And like as I talk, you'll actually be able to see a couple of videos of me demoing the shoe, how to kind of react to certain exercises that I did. And to my surprise, it's a pretty good workout shoe. First thing everybody's asking me though, is it a comfortable shoe? This is a workout shoe. So this ain't something you're gonna wear to work. It ain't something you're gonna wear out casually. And to be honest with you, the shoe, it looks cool, but it's way bigger in person than what it is. But like I said, it's for the function of the shoe. So my first initial impressions, before I even tested the shoe, I kind of could tell, I was like, maybe, hey, the shoe can do it. The shoe will do what it says it'll do. But like I said, for the last 2 weeks, I've worn it on every leg day. I've done some jumping jacks, some burpees, some mountain climbers, some lunges. Pretty much my regular old workout routine. And to be honest with you, it's the only shoe that I wore on leg day. It's by choice. I do like it better than my other trainers that I use on a leg day. The reason being, usually I have a real flat shoe to squat in. And the reason that you usually have a real flat shoe to squat in is because it helps keep you balanced. Anytime you're doing any kind of lunges or single leg squats or single leg step ups or anything single leg, when you're on one foot, if you don't have real good balance, you're gonna lose your balance. So I tend to wear a flatter shoe. I usually tell my clients to wear a flatter shoe and a wider shoe because it helps them with balance. The bad part about that is when you have a wide flat shoe, it's very uncomfortable. The shoe's usually hard, it's usually uncomfortable. And a lot of times when we're training, you're having to switch from, I have my clients switch from a flat shoe, well, a stable shoe, to a more running shoe when they actually have to do their cardio at the end of any of their sessions or the end of their classes. So that's one of the main reasons I got this shoe, because I wanted to see if it can kind of transition over or actually be a nice in-between shoe for beginners. And the best part I like about this shoe, the cross trainers or the trainers that's on the market as of right now are very expensive. They're usually $150 and up. This shoe's kind of like in a sweet spot in my opinion. I think it's $120. I know some people are like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money. Once you get into working out, if you don't protect your feet, you're gonna wish you spent the money. I see people working out in Vapor Max, Air Max, and you can get away with that when you're working out once a week, twice a week. But once you get serious about your working out, where you're running, you're jumping, you're lunging, when you're doing a lot of things on your feet and it's demanding on your feet, you're gonna wish you invested in a good pair of shoes, which is the main reason I wanted to start doing these reviews, and I felt like this was a good shoe to start. But let's get to the performance part of the shoe. And like I said, as I talk, you should be able to see some of the things that I did. So check it out, see how the shoe responds. Like I said, this is the first color that Nike has in the guys. The latest shoe actually look better, to be honest with you. But anyway, long story short. All right, so what I did notice about this shoe, hopefully y'all can see from here, the upper part of the shoe is real breathable. So I had on socks. I didn't ever feel like my feet were gonna stink. I didn't ever feel like my foot was too hot. Now granted, we're in Georgia right now, it's kind of cold, but for the most part, I didn't feel like the shoe was hot. The shoe don't quote me on this because I didn't really exactly look it up, but I don't think Nike has its typical Nike Flyknit on the top part of the shoe. And you probably can see that, but like I said, I'm not sure. The good part about that is usually when Nike doesn't put Flyknit in the shoe doesn't cost. The shoe doesn't cost as much. So that's one of the main reasons I think the shoe is $120, because it doesn't have any Flyknit. And Nike may come out with a Flyknit version, who knows. But yeah, that's the first thing I noticed. So it does fit true to size, in my opinion. It's a little looser, which I like my shoe to be a little looser because I like to wear socks. You start wearing fly knit, it's hard to wear socks, and you working out, your feet start sweating, stuff like that. So I like to wear socks. So this is definitely true to size, and it's true to size, and I can actually wear a sock. Far as let's see, what's probably next on the agenda? The heel. The biggest thing with people, they want to know if the shoe is comfortable. Most of the time, you get your comfort from how thick the midsole is, which is this part here. For y'all is not sneakerheads, but like I said, I'm pretty sure that's the midsole. And as you can see, it's pretty thick. And I'm not sure from the video, you can see they got like a real hard piece at the back. So what Nike did is they put a lot of cushion in the back, but they put like a real hard piece that helps your foot stay stable. So like when you're actually doing stuff, you can feel the cushion, but the shoe doesn't move or rock or sway left or right. You don't feel like your ankle's gonna roll when you're in the shoe, even with it being that high. And like I said, that's part of the outsole right here in the bottom. And then another thing that I noticed, when you're lunging, a lot of times people feet tend to hurt because the shoe don't bend. So what Nike did is they put like a cut right here in the bottom part of the shoe. And as you're doing anything, the shoe can actually bend and fold. That was something that was very noticeable in the shoe. And then the next part of what Nike does to make the shoe a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more springy, is they have their air zoom pockets. You got two air zoom pockets on both sides. And what's crazy, you can actually see them from here on the side. You can actually see them work if you push them hard enough. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to see that, but they actually work. You can actually feel them. Now another part of the outsole that you notice, it's crazy wide in the front. But like I said, if you just use common sense about it, the wider the shoe, the more stability you got. So while you got a comfortable shoe with a lot of little spring in the front, which is where you're gonna get from the zoom, you're also gonna get that stability from the wideness of the shoe. Like I said, I don't have the whole tech specs on. I ain't really want to waste the time to research to do all of that. I just wanted to give you guys a perspective from a trainer perspective, or somebody that actually wore the shoe or experiences the shoe. So I'm not an avid runner. I do run. But like I said, I do a lot of cross training, a lot of HIIT training. So I wanted y'all to get this from a trainer's perspective. Another big part of the shoe that I noticed, I think Nike called this the burpee something, like burpee crease or something like that. But what it is when you lunge, you go here, this part, it actually bends. And it doesn't hurt the top of your toes or the bottom of your toes because the shoe naturally bends with your toes. That was my most noticeable feature in the shoe. That was the biggest part I liked about the shoe. It made when I lunged with heavier weights, when I stepped up, stepped down, I had like a natural roll with the shoe. And what I did also, I did one workout where I incorporated a lot of running as well as burpees and lunging. I try my best to pretty much do a lot of exercises at one time. For a run, I wouldn't sprint in the shoe because the shoe's kind of clunky. But the zoom in the bottom of the shoe, it made it bearable. The heel in the back of the shoe made it bearable. So like I said, you ain't finna go run a 5K in this. I mean, I wouldn't run a mile in it either. If I would just dedicate myself to a run, I would use something else. But if you're going from one thing to the next and you only have one pair of shoe, I would definitely recommend this shoe. And like I said, throughout the video, you should be able to see me doing some of the workouts. Like I said, I'm still trying to get this film thing, YouTube editing video thing going on. So, if you guys got any hints and tips to help me out with that, just let me know. But like I said, my biggest thing is I wanted y'all to get an idea of this shoe. So, like, if I had to say, hey, go get a workout shoe today, to be honest with you, I would recommend this shoe over any other workout training shoe that I have right now. And like I said, I'm a trainer, so this would be my first suggested shoe. If my client came to me and said, hey Chris, what kind of shoe would I need for the program that you're gonna run me through? It would be this shoe. because like I said, you're gonna be able to squat, you're gonna be able to jump, you're gonna be able to run a little bit in this shoe. This is probably the most versatile shoe that I've been in, and like I said, I like the price point. And like he just released it a few weeks ago this year, so I'm pretty sure they'll have some better colorways coming soon. I want you guys to kind of get a good look of it. And like I said, it's a pretty cool shoe, but the shoe does what Nike said it would do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you got questions, comments, any of that stuff, leave it at the bottom. I'll try my best to answer it. If I forgot anything, just ask me at the bottom of the comments. And like I said, you guys like the video. If you got any suggested videos of shoes that you want me to review, let me know. And like I said, like and subscribe. So my goal is to make sure every time I think a shoe is gonna help you guys, or a shoe I see you guys in, I'm gonna try to review it and kind of give you guys some feedback and some information on the shoe. But like I said, this is the Nike Super Rip. You can get it now at Nike. Like I said, I think it's 120 bucks. I think it's a good investment, especially right now with everybody on the workout kit. It's a real good starter shoe. Like I said, not a running shoe, it's a training shoe. And like I said, from a trainer perspective, if you came to see me, I'm gonna run you through the type of things that this shoe works for. So I definitely highly recommend it. And like I said, it's the Nike Super Rip. It's 120. Like I said, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and like I said, hopefully you guys like the review. Bye.